Hey guys, the Bot Builder back for another video, and welcome to a special episode of Random Bot Builds. Now this is a special one because instead of me just showing off one robot for you, I'm going to show off six replicas that I've built. Because over the Maximum Overdrive series, I've been building robots for the First World Championships, which as you know, is going to be the Christmas special this year. And I've now built all the robots, and I'm going to show off all the ones that I've built that you haven't seen today, starting off with the replicas, and I'll show off the custom robots tomorrow. And we will be using Firestorm 6 as our test subject. Why? Because Dan Tom Kia gets bullied too much, so let's bully a different pullback for once. Hashtag stop Dan Tom Kia abuse. Yeah, so let's just start things off. I'll just start off with the non-flippers first. Alright. I built Mechaniac. I don't exactly know why I built them. I mean, I just thought of Austria as just another country to be represented in the World Championship, so I did make them. Although, I am quite happy with this replica. I think I did a really good job with the face, the sort of side bits to prevent it from being stuck on its side. It's got two ramming spikes at the back, which will prevent it from going on its back, and it can self-right. And it is, and with my hands controlling it, it shall hopefully be way better controlled than the real-life Mechaniac. So hopefully it could potentially pull off a few surprises, because its flipper isn't the worst thing ever. It's actually got some decent power behind it. There we go. Just like that. Yeah. Not the most powerful, because Mechaniac never really was the most powerful flipper, but it does the job. Alright, the next robot I built is one I'm very happy with. Is Cerberus, representing Cyprus. Yeah, Cerberus. Probably one of my favourite looking robots from the classic era. And I just wanted to make it because, well, I do quite like this robot. Even if it never really was the greatest. Yeah, it got through a heat final, but it won against a robot that killed itself and a robot that just was Griffin. I'm sorry, Griffin, and not a good robot. Yeah, I think I did a really good job. I based it on the Extreme 2 version because I got to know gold paper, or silver paper for that matter. So I just based it off the Extreme 2 version because that one was just grey. It's got the ramming tail at the back. It's very low to the ground at the back, and I've even got the front little ramming thing, the tongue, I guess, that can lift robots up, as well as the two front ramming claws. However, just like the real life Cerberus, if it's flipped up and over, oh wow, I just did a barrel roll. Well, good boy, good boy, Cerberus. Yeah, if it gets flipped over, it can't self-right. So don't know how well it's gonna do, but they're just a cool looking robot, so I wanted to build them. Right, our next robot is one from King of Bots, and no, this isn't a robot from China, it's actually a robot from India, called Yesaji. I already have the Chinese representatives for the World Championships, which is a custom robot. They're being represented by Yin and Yang, in my World Championships, which I made before I even knew what King of Bots was. So I decided just to make amends, I'd make a couple of King of Bots robots. There is another one in here that we'll see in a bit. But this is Yesaji. I don't really watch King of Bots, so I don't know how well they did. But I saw that they come from India, and I just saw it as, hey, that's another country. Chuck them in there, they don't look too hard. And I think I did a decent job with the model. The spinner isn't really the most powerful, but it did seem to have quite a small spinner. And also the back thing does mean it can run inverted, like so. There we go, just ramming into Firestorm. Right there. The spinner power isn't too great, but I like it. I think it's a good model. Right, our next robot is going to be one from South Korea, and this is the other King of Bots robot I'm talking about, and I believe they're going to be entering Battlebots this year when it finally starts up again. This is Orby Blade, yes. Yes, I built Orby Blade. I also built Orby Wedge, but Orby Wedge has gone missing. But Orby Blade, I feel I made it a bit too wide. But aside from that, I am really happy with it. The spinner does have quite a lot of power behind it. It's a very, very, very destructive weapon. There we go, sending Firestorm away. I feel this robot has potential to do well in this World Championship. There we go, knocking them away. And to top it off, Firestorm nearly drove off my table. Well, that's not to top it off, but to top it off, it does have a self-righting arm. There we go, self-righting very, very quickly. Yeah, Orby Blade. Right, our next robot I want to show off is the New Zealand entrance, Endgame. I had to make Endgame represent New Zealand because, well, they're just a cool robot. I based off the 2019 version with sort of the front orange wedge and the sunglasses self-righter, which does indeed work. And this spinner is very powerful, actually. There was actually a mispost with Amazon, so I bought another one, and now I got 2 fidget spinners. Although I do have an idea of what to do with that other one, and it won't be for a replica, it will be for a custom robot. But the spinner, very powerful. Here it is, coming in with a good hit on Firestorm. It does struggle to hit pullbacks. I mean, it can knock down Tom Kier up and over, but I was doing this two-handed. Come on, knock it over. Knock it out. Yeah, well, there we go. You did see it get a pop. I mean, kind of wish we did get to see it knock it over, because it has done it before, but just doesn't feel like it at the minute. A pretty decent replica, though. And the final robot is one of my all-time favourite robots from the classic series, and even the reboot. And they're from Sri Lanka. That is right. I built Supernova, and oh boy, I'm really chuffed with how this one turned out. Yeah, massive red spinner, pink wheels, got the logo on top just like that, based off the Series 9 version, might as well keep up to date. 3D wheels, that's something I very rarely do, because I'm really terrible at them. And the spinner itself is very powerful, as you can see here. And also Supernova will be competing in Series 2. Absolute guarantee. I mean, I want them in Series 2. Absolutely. Yeah, they will be competing in Series 2. And the spinner, and it's just a robot I'm really happy with. So yeah. Well, I mean, that kind of does it for this, this video. So which one out of these 6 robots am I the most happy with? As of terms, which one do I think is the best replica? I think I did an excellent job on Mechaniac. I think it's probably one of my most accurate replicas, which is kind of sad. It's always when I do obscure robots, they always end up being some of my most accurate replicas. But as for ones I'm happy with, I'm probably the most happy with Supernova. I just absolutely love how well I did this thing. It just looks really good. So yeah. I'll see you again next time, where we'll be looking at the 5 custom robots that I've built for the World Championships tomorrow as custom creations. And until then, the Bot Builder, out.